Gabe's.
Oh,
Okay. Okay.
Hi guys. That's my concept for Gabe's glow up later.
Okay.
But hi
Jesus
everybody.
Christ.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dice Rolls. We're on Tuesdays. We scream.
ah!
There you go. No warning. Hey everybody. Welcome.
Oh my god.
It's been 2 weeks. I'm excited to hop back into this.
The obligatory oral hydrate.
Oh right.
I
have
refuse.
water ready.
I choose to hydrate.
You choose to hydrate.
My beer is
We're
coming.
just talking in chat. I'm showing them pictures of people they haven't met yet,
Jess is gay.
and they're all hot. They're all hot.
Okay, but like they're not all equal levels of hot. Like some of these I would risk letting them potentially ruin my life. Other ones I'm like absolutely not. You're hot, but like call the police hot because I know there's something wrong with you.
Right? It's like it's a different flavor. It's like jalapeno versus wasabi, okay? Different kinds of hot.
Ooh, I like that.
That's a
Okay.
good. I love. Cause I know I love that like wasabi nasal burn. I want that.
Oh,
I want
right?
that. I want that.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love it so
Oh,
much.
No.
I'm a sucker for
can't-
jalapeno. It's good.
I do want to try like actual wasabi, not like the shit you
Yeah,
get at
whatever
sushi
they
roll
have
wasabi,
here.
because everybody tells me that our wasabi is ass. And
It
that's
is.
the only wasabi I've
American
ever had.
wasabi is
Graham,
actually
you've
just
had- Graham, I'm assuming you've had real
dyed
wasabi.
horseradish.
Well, let me tell you, I love ass. Okay, it's just it's so
Okay.
good. It's delicious. I love it. I will eat it all the time.
Really
The-
quick, sorry.
the
If we
wasabi.
lose connection, I apologize. That lightning struck real fucking close.
Are you shocked?
Duh. Our power's already gone out twice from this storm, so
Damn. Well,
Oh, y'all
if
got
that
my
happens,
storm? Yeah, bitch shit, sending everything else to be everybody
Yeah.
else's problem.
Thanks a lot.
yeah.
Oh, fuck.
asshole.
Anyway, do we have any announcements? Where we with the merch up, right? Or no?
Did the link tree get
Merch
fixed?
is up, merch store is up, Linktree is done. If you guys
Yeah.
have orders through Linktree still, try to get refunds, talk to them, email customer service as much as you can. Because
Tell them they're awful.
yeah, they're not sending their shit. I'm not gonna get rid of the store until you either get your product or you get your money back. That being
Threaten
said,
small claims court.
for real. That being said, the Fourth Wall store is up. I've already gotten my merch from there. Oro's already gotten his merch from there.
Huge.
That was in less than a week. So
Oh, really? That was fast.
yeah. Which I think, do I have my shirt over here still? Hold on, wait.
Well, if you
The
got it, you got
uppies?
it.
Damn. Okay.
Here you go, baby. Yeah. Wait. Hold on. I gotta get rid of the background. You can't
Oh,
see
no.
anything. Oh, wait, there we go.
Yuppies!
Hey.
Wait, fuck. There it is. Yeah, free updates.
Bringing that to Gen Con, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm 100% wearing this to Gen Con.
I gotta get one of these. I want this B shirt so bad. Anyway, yeah, guys.
I
Ooh.
just looked at it, I was like, oh my god, the bag of beholding.
Yeah.
With all of the names!
all the names.
Speaking of, oh my gosh, so this is side, but speaking of bees though, we've started a little family D&D campaign, and my character is a honey plasmoid character.
Yeah.
Everything she does is like bees, and she's just like an orange-colored plasmoid, and it's super fun. It's super fun.
That's sticky.
It's been
Sounds
really cute, and it's
sick.
been we're doing it because Bunny wants to get into D&D now. So
That's so cute.
yeah,
that's so
she's
stinking
got
cute.
her first character that she's getting to actually play through is a elf monk, and she's loving it.
Yo, if she needs help, I got her. Fucking got her, bud. I'm also
We gotta
looking through
raise
some
up
of
this
the-
next generation, right?
I'm looking at like some of the old some of the old designs and whatnot. I forgot. Don't give me confusing directions like north or left. Like,
It's just too
oh,
complicated.
they're so
Don't do it.
good.
Don't do
They're
it.
so good.
Are those also in there right now?
Yeah, so I'm not going to be updating seasonally anymore. Basically, I'm just gonna get a couple designs, like one or two designs, and throw them in whenever we get new stuff. I will announce new stuff when we get new stuff in, but I want to make sure that the old stuff doesn't just go away unless you guys don't want it. So it will still be there now.
Hell yeah. Well, Grim,
I
thank you
am
for all the
half
work.
tempted to reorder my malicious compliance tank top to see if the design holds up better. Because the one from Teespring, it faded so fast.
Yeah, the Teespring stuff is it. Yeah, I'm upset with how the quality went so downhill so freaking quick.
Oh, weird. Oh, I will say, I think, is this still spring.com? That's still Teespring, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk after this. The merch link on our Twitch. You got into merch? That is still linked to our
Oh,
Teespring.
shoot. Okay. Well, the nice thing is the merch command. The merch command is still, or we got changed to fourth wall, so I will leave a note and try to change that at some point tonight to the fourth wall link.
Phenomenal. I just happened to click on it and be like, oh, this isn't it. But, do you have any more announcements?
Jess is gay, in case you forgot. I think we're good.
Hell yeah. Help is on the way, dear. Thank you, Rel. All right, with that, we will hop into tonight's episode of Republic of Devolkrim. Last we left off, our adventurers had just finished the siege on Blightwood, showing up and helping defend it against the forces of the Blight. They vanquished the mighty creature known as the Blight Beast, along with a number of the Blight Spinners and the Blight Ghouls that were running around, saving most of the people. The casualties were relatively low, to only one person really being vanquished by the Blight Beast, and one person succumbing, or almost succumbing to a random poisoning. After which, the party got to explore a little bit of Blightwood now that the fighting had stopped, and they decided to split the party because it always goes well. Saren, Varian, and Whisper traveled to the headquarters of the Lunar Wing, the guild that operates in Blightwood, and they received a bit of information about the situation. Whisper was informed that the young boy that he used to help take care of while he was held prisoner by... Sorry, well, they were held prisoner. Sorry, I gotta... Okay, I'm back. After learning that the boy was transported to a nearby temple, and the forces of the Blight are currently pursuing him. Over with Valoran. Valoran decided to chat it up with the townsfolk, some of the ones that were fighting in the battle. Red Team, specifically, a small group that is being led by the Lunar Wing. She spoke with a number of their members, Gobta and Devin Killjoy. And a Furbolg, who I keep forgetting his name. The three of them... Yeah. They exchanged drinks and conversations. Valoran learned about a prominent noble family, the last one in Blightwood, the Bartlebys, who, when entering the bar and dropping off a shipment of their wine, created an uneasy environment. Over with Ray decided to go visit the Golden Orchard, a large glowing tree home to the Dryad of Love, the most sought-after individual in all of Devolkrim. With her angelic voice, she performed on stage that she created out of light itself, and took a suitor for the night. It is late night. Is there anything, I guess, what are we doing, guys?
So she already took a suitor for the night?
Yep, and they went upstairs.
Okay. Cool.
After we're
How much
done,
gold did that guy have?
after we're done, like talking to these guys and getting the information that we could, I'll basically go out, kind of gather my thoughts. Kind of sit in the street waiting for Ansvar to kind of lead the way. I imagine if could set up arrangements for, I'd probably ask Varian to find arrangements for us to stay for the night.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been to this town before, have I?
You haven't, but with Whisper and Asher, the boy, kind of talking and being close and buddy, it is very easy to kind of slip away and speak to either Oswald, the Owlin, Thatcher, the half orc, or the sister, the gnome, to kind of talk about lodging. I'll let you pick whatever one you talk to.
Yeah, I was just wondering if like my background would help in any way with this, just because of the
and your soul,
the soldier thing.
No.
Okay.
Just because of people present.
No, that's fair. That's fair. So yeah, I would probably just, I'd probably just go to thinking about Barian's mind. Who looks the more like, all right, they're just straight arrow. They're looking just lodging, just military. I need a bed for my body.
That's the gnome. That's the sister. She's been very short with Whisper. You get the vibe. Give me an insight check, actually.
Short with Whisper?
Been short with Whisper.
The gnome's been short with Whisper.
With everyone. Okay, not a great roll.
Meanwhile, while you're doing basic math, I'm here to represent the Council of the Gnomes.
Oh my gosh. I was gonna say, all right. You said insight 9.
With a 9, it's pretty. She wears her emotions on her sleeve. You can't fully tell why with a 9, but you get that she's been staring at Whisper, giving the stink eye to Whisper. She doesn't, not as fan. Not a fan of Whisper in the slightest.
I'm not a fan of her either.
Barian's gonna walk over to her and as politely bend down as he can because he's really tall and she's not. But just like, listen, I don't like him much either. Can I get him out of here? Where's a good place to go to sleep?
First of all, Sonny, you're gonna stand up straight when you talk to me. I'm gonna sweep your leg.
If I stand up straight, I can't be quiet.
Up.
Alright, fine. Stands up straight and then just loudly, he pisses me off too. Where the fuck can I go to bed?
That's more like it, young man.
What are you talking about?
Supposed to speak from your
Shut
chest.
up, Twink.
I think that's a slur from you.
Well, with the sound of that, with those words being thrown out, Asher will turn and look at her. Can they stay here?
No.
Just with all the light in the world in his eyes, just so excited for this sleepover. And she'll look over at him. I need to actually make a persuasion roll for him. To her.
Oh, Whisper is so uncomfortable with this now boy, not small toddler.
That's crazy. You should. I'll just send you guys that real quick. As she looks at him and she kind of just sighs. Of course they can. And she kind of walks up to him, grabs his hand. But normal bedtime. Not staying up late. It's a busy day tomorrow. And you watch him, and she kind of grabs him. It's also time for your bath. So say goodbye to Whisper for now, and then we will talk in the as they kind of start to walk away.
Before I head out,
You just stole your son.
Before I go out
Kidnapping.
to wait for them in the street and gather my thoughts and whatnot, I will ask the remaining people about like when should we be here in the morning to meet the person who has more information.
Give me a perception roll real quick.
That I can do.
This is just to see who you see, and then I'll let you choose who you talk to.
The 19.
Also give me an insight.
That's a 14.
Okay. With that, you kind of are able. You're looking around and you're looking for people, I guess, like in charge. Like people you can get like this information from. That was the insight for. And the perception, you do meet it. You see a couple people who you think might have this information. There is Okay, so you see Oswald the Owlin you saw earlier. You see a half elf. Oh, sorry, full elf. You see another elf, and you see a what looks like a dog person. You're not quite sure who. It's not a race you're familiar with.
Got you. I guess does after the insight, do I get any glint of who? Does the elf look like he's more in charge?
With the 14, you get that those three seem to be the ones who are going around telling people what to do.
I'll go up to the elf and in Elvish, I'll ask him, when would be the best time for us to come back to meet the one who knows more information of the temple?
Fair enough. I will quickly throw him into Discord. You see an elven man with long black hair, wearing nice leather clothes, scuffed here and there, so they have been worn, and he's definitely been around. I've also posted, so it's in our Discord. As you walk up to him and ask the question, so he'll turn to you, and he'll almost be kind of thrown off because he doesn't speak Sylvan very often anymore.
And it's like old.
Yeah, and it's like someone talking to you in like
The most formal way possible.
Fucking Latin.
yeah. Like, he takes a second to
I
take it back.
speak Latin, but what are you doing speaking it?
Like, what are we doing? He'll respond in Sylvan. Actually, he's gonna make an insight check on you really quick. See if you want anything nefarious because you're just asking questions and he doesn't know you.
And in another language.
He rolled a 16. If you want to roll deception, you can, or you can just. Are you being nefarious? Just let me know.
No, very straightforward.
Fair enough.
Very straightforward.
I figured. He's just a little like little skeptical, but he'll respond in Elvish. Typically, she comes back in the morning, especially after a show.
Like early morning, like at dawn. Or...
By the time breakfast is ready, she likes to spend time with the boy.
All right. See you then.
I didn't catch
I
your
don't
name.
like any of this.
I'll look at him. My name is Saren.
Well, Saren, it's nice to meet you. I'm Dose. You have a good day.
Good evening. And I'll simply look away. And as we're walking away from each other, can I kind of clock him? Does he look?
Yeah, give me an insight check. All right, what are you trying to glean exactly? Do you have any specifics or just like a general?
The way he said that almost looked like, I don't know, it gave me like a, like he was being so suspicious almost. I'm like, maybe I should look into this guy a little more too. So
Fair
maybe
enough.
I'm looking for more details. Ooh, not as good. The 13.
With a 13,
Oh, sorry,
it's hard.
14.
It's 14? Oh, still with a 14. You can tell he's just being cautious. And towards the end, I guess he was giving you a name as more of a friendly gesture, while also kind of being busy and needing to be somewhere else. Or maybe not needing to be somewhere else, but wanting to be somewhere else. Man's got plans.
Fair enough. I can respect all that. All right. I'll just kind of clock it. Remember him for later.
Fair enough.
How do you spell that name?
BOS.
Easy. Love it.
So where's Uno and Trace?
Don't worry about it.
Actually,
Ooh,
it's
could
Uno
I-
and Quattro.
So could I tell what kind of elf he was?
With a 14? No.
Well, I was inside. I mean, Visually.
You can tell he wasn't like a drow or a dark elf, and he wasn't a high elf. It's weird because he was almost like generic elf, which doesn't really exist. All elf there are elves of different creeds. This one, like if you think of an elf, that's what it looks like.
Orlando Bloom, got it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So you can't quite
Sorry.
pin the race or like the nationality. It's more of a. I will say that thought lingers in your head of being odd.
Okay. And then I'll proceed out to the street, and I'm just gonna wait for Ansvar to either come to me to tell me where they are, or to bring them to us.
Fair enough. Val, how long are you in this bar? Do you leave?
What time would we have gotten to the bar?
The bar, you guys would have been getting there. You guys showed up. There was the fight. That was like evening, I want to say. I would say now we're getting into like an hour before sunset.
And we saw noon. She would kind of wait it out a little bit until it got like a little bit darker to potentially see if Homie is still kind of like wandering around to get a good idea of who the next guard would be, knowing the information that she knows.
Oh, so you're talking about noon specifically?
Okay, so we got to see noon when...
Yes.
And if we're approaching sunset right now, given that she was told there are 4 and they're on a constant rotating shift, she would kind of deduce that the next one is about to take their shift, if they haven't already.
They did leave.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if they were going to be, like, wandering around doing nightlife stuff, or if they were going to go back. So it's kind of like a keeping tabs on things, just kind of more, and also kind of like establishing a relationship, like a better relationship with what is essentially one of the town's militia.
Yeah.
In the event that we need to potentially call on them.
100%.
So
yeah,
we're just going to be drinking. So if you need any potential roles for the what is likely a bunch of people that are equally rowdy and a little sorrowful about all the people they've lost today, that level of drinking, if we need to roll for that, I am totally okay with it.
Yeah, I will need first roll me a d4.
That's a 1.
That's a 1?
That's a 1.
Okay, in that case, I need 3 con saves.
Okay, first one's an 18. Second one is 21. Last one is 22.
Son of a bitch. Okay, yeah. You keep up with everyone the entire night. At no point do you fall behind.
Thanks,
You end up
paladins.
thanks, paladins. You end up you learn a couple things. Each team has a set person in the lunar wing that kind of watches after them and guides them. You learn that the team you were drinking with originally, the red team, is Thatch's group, the half-orc lichen individual. And this group is full of basically old riffraff of the city that have kind of turned to help because their old stomping grounds got taken over by the forest. You also learn that the other teams, like blue team, let me double check, make sure I'm not doing this right. Gray team and yellow team are made up of clans that used to inhabit the forest but have lost their territories. The Dry Fjord clan, the lizard folk, which are blue team. There is Gray team, which is the Dreaming Marsh clan, which is the Grung. Yellow team, the Murmuring Mountain clan, which is the Tabaxi. You meet a number of them as you have a night of revelry with them. Saren, you're outside for a while, just kind of sitting. Just there's a brief moment of like worry because with everything that's happened and they're your teammates, but then you remembered it's Val. You know, like she can handle herself, and if there was, it'd be hard to stop Val from getting back to you guys. And then there's Ray, but you also know, and that makes you worried a little bit, but you also know Ray went to the brothel, and you're like, I'm good. So there's a little worry, but not enough worry to make you act. I will say, Valoran, you are at the Hunter's Hearth.
Mm-hmm.
With those rolls all night. That's where you're going to end up crashing tonight. With those rolls. Unless you actively do not want to.
I'm still going to try to go and reconvene with everybody else at the end of the night. Essentially,
it'll be late after bars close, because Hunter's Hearth, unfortunately, would go longer because of the events of the day. So it's like 4 in the morning by the time you would leave.
We're still gonna go and try to, because we all said that we'd meet up at the tavern anyways, and there's gonna be this moment of like, she's like, I'm a grown adult, I could stay here, and then she's gonna think about it and be like, I really don't want to get the look from Saren if I don't come back to the tavern tonight.
That's fair. that's fair. After a long night, and you get a solid buzz, but with your con saves, it's not enough to really affect you the next day. You make your way late back to where the lunar wing was held up. Ray, how late do you stay at the Golden Orchard?
So she'll be with Luna for a little while. You know, they chat, catch up on things. And then she'll probably, honestly, I think she'll seek out some companionship. Just be like, look. So here's the thing.
Look, I have mommy issues, and I need you to fix them.
I guess, how much are you willing to spend?
That's a good question. Don't want to blow my whole wad, if you know what I mean.
I hate you so much.
Oh my god. And I'm not looking to for an entire night of companionship and entertainment. I'm just like, hey, I just need
Are you what?
I don't know.
Fine. Male or female, strong build or not.
I want a lady, but I want to feel like the strong one. Once Val's been there's a lot of strength. You don't want to be the strong one. It's just for a minute.
No, you said. Okay.
I
want to feel like the strong one, Papa. It's fine.
I want to feel like the strong one.
But really, for Ray, it's gonna be like, look, I just need an hour, and I want you to make me forget, and then I'm gonna go get ripping drunk. That's the plan. So you do your part, I'll do mine. How about? That's really terrible.
That was the most awkward transactional thing I think you could have said.
Roll me.
Not what I want to say, but we'll see how it goes.
Roll me a d6.
Okay. 1. I think I will go with the look. I just want to forget for a little bit, sort of thing, though. Just be like, hey.
Mama, you have to make it sound.
Nope.
We are go. Whoa.
I need you to understand that that's exactly what happens anytime Bean tries to come in the room while I'm streaming, and he'll just 2 knocks and barge in, like, Mom! And I'm like, shh,
No.
Wrong.
Absolutely not.
Okay, in that case, with a 1, you hire, and it's 50 gold, but a satyr girl.
Okay.
It's Harmony.
Oh,
White hair, white fur.
What's your shows? Do you want a sour candy?
Oh, yeah. Not
Post
trying
a
that
picture
sounds
of her
nice.
in the
Me
Discord
neither.
chat.
to. You got I didn't know one.
I think it'll be just like that brief moment of like, I want something gentle before I plant myself back into the real world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. And for
Everybody.
and just
Yeah.
so you guys also have it. Son of a bitch. There you go.
Where's my Discord?
Ba-ba-da-ba. So I will say with that, Ray, you also get back super late, 3-4 in the morning.
Well, what time did her show end? Jeez.
Late. I can't. We kind of role played a little through it, but the show itself lasted like an hour and a half. So you were there for a bit.
Okay.
And then her services and
Yeah.
So.
All right. So I'm just
Right,
like out
so-
there trying to see Ansema. Where?
And so it's late at night. I will say, Ray, you would probably run into Valorin at some point, and then eventually, Saren, you track them down with your owl, lead them back to the Lunar Wing.
Hey, Valorin, you're out awful late. Being irresponsible, are you?
I figured it would be the more responsible thing to make sure that
Wait,
your husband didn't give us the stink eye for coming home, or not coming home for that matter. More importantly, what did you steal tonight? Why are you out so late? It's
Only hearts. Coming home, slinking home at 3 in the morning, so Dad doesn't get mad at you.
Saren lands on her shoulder. Or Ansamar lands on her shoulder.
Saren? Wow.
Aaron lands on her shoulder.
Ah, sorry.
Just jumps from a
Mixed
tree.
names
and
up.
just-
Surprise!
Right then, Ansamar will land on the shoulder, just kind of cock his head, fly in the direction of the movie.
Alright.
Which one of us do you think he was watching? Because that's what I'm going to give Saren the most shit for.
Which direction did the bird come from?
I know where he was.
I know where he was. All right, you guys make your way back to Saren. You follow the Antivar. And
Yeah, I'll just
Go
be
back
sitting
if we
out, kind of like leaning on the building, waiting for him, expecting
cool
him.
guy standing. Cool.
Cool guy standing in
I was
the
actually thinking-
shadows with the cloak on, everything.
I was
all of
actually
it,
thinking
the
if
whole
I
vibe.
could, Cody, I would have taken
Homie
maybe
just
like
on
a
the building
parchment
like, do
paper,
you want to buy a sundial? Like,
like a parchment paper and some sort of writing utensil, and I wouldn't have minded of trying to, while I waited since I had plenty of time to kill, to start kind of sketching the city as I remembered it.
Yeah. Give me a performance roll.
Make it anything else. Let's do a sleight of hand, an intelligence
Sick
check,
right now.
history, and a sleight of hand. I'll take both.
I'll take both. Well, you know what? You're drawing it from memory. 'Cause it'll affect the DC. First,
Yes, that's
give me a history roll to see how well you remember it.
Oop.
Yo, my chair's freaking out.
18.
Okay. Now give me a performance roll. The 18 helped.
Performance. It's
I
gotta be
know, but
performance.
the 18 helped. The 18 helped a lot. You don't understand. It lowered the DC.
Hey. Well,
That's pretty good. It's not like it's not perfection. You're not like Sistine Chapeling this bitch. You know what I mean? It's
I'm not happy
But-
with it.
but like as you're sketching it, you are proud of it. You know, like the line work is kind of shoddy, but like, and there are some parts you're like, that building actually has four dimensions. I added another. Like, how does that? I made a weird wall at some point, but it's not too bad.
And as I look at that waiting, as I'm kind of getting through it, has this city expanded a ton? Has it like shifted any? Is it smaller? Like has the mountains moved?
No, I will say that the city has grown. It's grown outwards from where you remember the forest being. But the forest itself has also grown in. So you get a feeling that what you've drawn actually is actually probably still up, but just further that way and consumed by the forest.
All right. And was there any like specific spot maybe of like that we would go to do do temple stuff?
When you were here, when you were here,
Or was it just more of a trip passing through to show?
it was more of a trip passing through. It was more like you
My
on like
apprenticeship.
a apprenticeship, just experiencing the realm. So like you would come and visit here, but it wasn't like a very prominent place you would be, especially because it was like far. It wasn't close. You spent more time in the Dark Elf capital of Angela, which is gone now, but or even up north in Golden Grove. But this far
how's
south
there
was
to
rare.
reflect on how much the world has altered,
Changed.
and
Hell yeah.
seeing them approach us. Stayed up late. And, I'm assuming I can also notice that they're both a little buzzed.
In different ways, but yes.
I kind of elbow over to Val as we're still a little ways out. How much do you want to bet that is a strongly worded lecture to us about the merits of timeliness, a good night's rest, and being responsible in communication to your team? What do you think?
How much do you want to bet he'd be really irritated if we just walked right past him as the shadowy cloaked figure that he is?
Like, oh, didn't even see you there.
God damn it, now I have ideas.
Loving it.
I have reactions.
I have reactions.
I love it. I love it.
Reaction. This is wild. All right, so I will say, do you guys want to have this little interaction, or are we just gonna have a long rest now?
Barion's already passed the fuck out. I would like to just clarify. He's
Yeah, Baron and Whisper
Whisper is downstairs trying to find anything to drink. Whisper is so traumatized right now.
Yeah, that feels like an appropriate parent thing to do. Just drown out your sorrows. Don't have the answer? Drink the answer.
Are you
away.
nodding because I find something, or are you nodding because I find nothing?
You're at a tavern, aren't you?
You're staying with the little
What are they
kid. All
doing
he's got
here?
is apple juice.
I don't know what this building is.
It's somewhere. It's more of a home base. But
It's a barracks.
you also have Barian, so the
Cool.
alcohol.
I know
guy.
where Barian
The
keeps his booze.
alcohol
Got it.
guy.
So I've got Barian's booze. I will deal with those problems. I will deal with whatever that problem is tomorrow. Do you want me to roll for that, Barian?
Abso-fucking-lutely I do. Give me a second. You have 3 options, and this is gonna be funny as hell.
Just so you know,
All
there
right.
was one time a party member lost an eye, but continue.
Totally fine.
Don't worry about it.
1.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't a D20 roll. I'm so sorry. I panicked for a second.
Yeah, no,
Right.
yeah,
No, no,
the
no.
the options are 1, 2, or 3. So
Yep, I rolled 1.
Give me a minute. I gotta pull it up so I can read it for you.
Oh, good.
Do I need to roll a con save after this?
Yes.
Or is... Okay, cool. I'm red. I'm getting my next die. A nurse stick. I got it.
Great big random list of alcohol. There it is.
I rolled a 1. Fuck.
Fuck.
Burns all the way down. Has an amazing aftertaste. Oh God, there's the DC. Go ahead and give me that con save, buddy.
What? Okay. Now I'm nervous.
Do you want me to tell you the name of it? It's
Hey,
blue
it's okay.
with dark swirls in it.
Hey, I will tell you, Barian, I do have a +8 to con.
Okay, so
19.
no, it's 20.
No!
It's a con of 20. You ever play Senua's Sacrifice?
No. I don't like the faces.
Hearing voices.
I don't
Whoa,
like Jess's face.
It's not just the faces, it's also the voices. So many voices. Yeah, you failed a con save. You are basically under the constant effect of dissonant whispers for the next 24 hours.
24 hours?
Yeah.
You got some crazy voices happening right now. Oh,
That would be fun with
my
wild
friend.
magic.
Next level schizophrenia. Anyway, the brew is called Warlock's Wasted Patron, by the way.
Okay, also, please note, do not play that game unless, like, if you are prone to mental spirals due to, like, okay? Take it a little at a time.
What if you want to
Nah,
mentally-
just fucking shotgun.
No.
Do the whole thing.
Suck at it.
Okay?
We
Okay,
butt chug in this house.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
con save 20. If you succeed,
Okay.
you have constant mage hand for 24 hours. But you didn't succeed, so...
Cool. If you guys come through the door, Whisper's talking to themselves.
Just talking to themselves in the kitchen, just through the bottle.
The worst part.
It's-
The worst part is I don't think Val would react to it, being like, they've had a lot going on today.
As we walk
Smiling.
through,
You guys abandoned me.
as everybody split up, I've already come to the determination that I'm the only one going to be coherent. Varian's already asleep. I'll tell the girls where the rooms are, and I will simply
Whisper, I just want to know, how
grab
much of that
Whisper
bottle did you
and drag
drink?
him there.
Do I have any of it left?
No, yeah, you definitely, like, the moment that happened, like, once that kicked in, Whisper would have been talking to the voices at that point. So,
Yeah, and drink more if the voices have a solid argument. I'm busy. I don't got time to pour another glass. I'm arguing
Right.
flat earth over here.
Can't, my guy.
I'll let Valor and Ray know, but we have a meeting with someone who knows more information on the temple with Valor, so we can find out more information on where the Blight is staying. And I'll fill you more in the morning of other details. For now, nice rest. I'll show them.
you
to
all think I'm annoying?
I'll show them to their rooms, and this time I'll grab Whisper, and I'll drag him to wherever his room is, and I'm going to also post Ansavar outside of
It's
his room,
their
just in
room.
case.
I'm a them.
I
They
will
sound so
take them
sad.
to
Why is
their,
my kid an adult?
their room, and just kind of motion to the thing, be like, "Hey, better be coherent for your child in the morning." Lot to do.
I don't think the voices
Put him in the room. And I'm just gonna post Ansavar outside of his to wake me up if he storms out, because I don't trust his new magic.
Hey, Barian, does Lesser Restoration fix this at all?
I mean, technically, it's just alcohol.
Cool.
Leave it.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave that out there in the open for people to decide if they want to help Whisper.
So like
I could
above
use Web Striker
above
and just
board,
kind of
right?
like, poof, you're tied to the, like,
Don't be wondering about.
Oh, Baron, mute yourself.
Barian,
Sorry.
just saying I could Web Striker you. Make sure you stay put and they don't wander.
yeah, this is for 24 hours.
I'm sure you'll fall asleep within like an hour. Probably.
Valorant, you were saying
I don't
something?
know.
So like above board, right? We've all had a really bad mental breakdown, but sometimes you just gotta work it out. You just gotta cry it out. We didn't see anybody cast dissonant whispers on you, and Barian probably thinks it's too funny to tell us. We're just gonna assume that you're going through a lot. You found out that you have 3 parents and an adult child, basically. Well, a teenage child, but basically an adult child. All within the span of what is essentially a week. Like, 3
The
weeks.
whispers keep
Or 3
the whispers
days.
keep whispering to whisper. I'm not okay.
I believe you're having an identity crisis, which is extremely valid for who you are.
It's whisper.
I shrink down to Nezuko size.
Made
I'm
a lot
gonna
easier
go
to carry.
bed.
Oh, oh, dang it! Just Nezuko size.
Shoot
Oh.
dang.
Not too dang.
Ray's
not
gonna
gonna
think
admit.
about her
I'm
Ray's gonna
just
think about
throwing him
her
at the
little
bed.
orphan children and be like, oh, and just like pick Whisper up and like, okay, to bed now, little child. Like tuck them in properly. Like, okay. Ah, dang.
The bed now, little child.
Okay. Like, all right, I've got 13 children now. Okay. Slight
that-
eye twitch.
You all get a long rest, so you all can
Yeah!
get some sleep, get your spell slots back, heal.
I have
Oh, no.
so many spell slots.
Yeah, so many.
So
So many, Ray.
I've got like.
Stupid. Okay. Next morning, you all slowly and steadily wake up. What do we do? What's the first thing we do, guys? You all have your own room.
Oh,
go.
Barion's gonna go through his shit and be like, "Where the fuck's my alcohol?"
Oh no! It's I didn't put anything away unless Saren did. Unless Saren cleaned up,
Hi,
all
Ray.
your bag is kind of
I
like
mean,
whatever
it's
where your
Saren.
alcohol is out. There's a bottle that's definitely still partially open with a
I
glass.
was just
next to it
assuming you
over.
took the bottle downstairs with you, honestly.
Oh, that might have
Well,
happened.
Saren, did you clean up or have you descended into madness?
If he had the bottle and stuff with him, I definitely would have, and I definitely would have put it back with Barry and stuff, or at least in front of his door, or poured it out. Who knows?
All right, you guys all wake up. The smell of meats and breakfast begins to kind of fill, I guess, the hallways. Does anyone want to go investigate?
So sorry, this is like the HQ or the Lunar Wing, right? Essentially,
Yeah.
the police here, right?
Yeah, it's like a barracks.
Ew, we're staying with
Bray
the
is
cops?
incredibly uncomfortable of sleeping in the police station, essentially.
Same.
I've
it's
done
less
this
of-
a few times under less savory
Sorry.
circumstances.
It's less of the police, more of a hideout. The Lunar Wing isn't like the law here. They are just the most powerful group,
Oh, okay.
and it's more
All right.
their presence kind of deters crime, and with the blight being such a big problem, it's like even the criminals are like, we have bigger things to deal with right now. Like this.
As I wake up, I'm gonna try my best to wake up as early as I'm able, and I'm going to essentially. So what layouts of our rooms? Are we all on one floor? Are we on?
Yeah. There's one floor.
Doesn't matter. It's time to go downstairs and get coffee.
Right. I'm essentially waiting for Valorant. I'm hoping once I've determined it's a long enough period. How long is a long rest? How long she needs? She needs 8 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is too many. So you're fucked. We're meeting in the
On,
morning.
joke's on you, ho. I need 4. Okay? Like,
Oh, perfect. Because yeah, once all this is ready, I'm knocking on our door, trying to get her up. And just gonna knock on.
she comes out in the equivalent of Nike Pros.
I buy you a cute outfit.
Cute is
as-
subjective in this sense.
Yeah,
as
fair.
far as, over breakfast, I'll fill you in on the information on the Temple and the Blight.
And I found some interesting information of my own while bar hopping. But we can discuss that without ears.
Coffee first. And I'll wait for her to get ready. And perhaps even as we are walking, when things are like when people aren't nearby. I'll start kind of filling her in on all the information we learned of where the blight is and what they know of them. As I said, like knowing that this is her mission, I want to kind of get this more across to her.
We love a muted Cody.
Damn it. Saren, you kind of explained to Valorant that the blight is definitely located in the temple. That's where he's kind of held up in, and you're informed that Lady Labrica knows more about the temple, its origins, and when she arrives in the morning, she'd be able to provide more of a first-hand account of everything.
An account and more information on further into the temple.
And likewise, while we're just kind of throwing stuff back and forth, she would let him know about how everywhere else has been infested with the forest, but the one family who, for whatever reason, my brain goes Buchanan's, got it, but like
the Bartlebys.
The Bartlebys.
Stretch.
But how it's really suspicious that even around the entire perimeter of their house is forest, but their area in particular remains untouched. And that's really suspicious. And it might have something to do... She's thinking that there might be something to do with like a connection to the blight. Like, why is the blight leaving their house alone?
Fair enough. As you guys both share your suspicious information, you guys meet up in the mess hall. There's it's actually fairly empty. A lot of the people who would normally fill these halls were out last night late drinking and have found other places to crash, whether that be rooms at the Golden Orchard or drains in an alley. You hear a commotion from the kitchen, and anyone who would like to take a peek and poke in, it's actually Asher, Thatch, and Oswald cooking breakfast. Asher, the young Earth Ganassi boy, got up early and made the two get up to make breakfast for Whisper and all you guys.
So cute.
Adorable.
So they're currently around. It's a mess. There's flour everywhere. Thatch and Oswald are both in little aprons, just kind of playing supervised, father figures, while he kind of runs around and prepares your guys' meals. Right now it's Saren and Valorant in the mess hall. Barian, Whisper, do you guys join eventually?
Is everybody muted?
Yeah. Damn.
Long pause.
I'm 3 glasses of wine deep, guys. I'm sorry.
Rookie numbers.
Rookie numbers. Listen.
You gotta double it. No, sorry.
You gotta bump those numbers up. Anyway, Barian would gather his things, find out that he's missing a bottle of alcohol, be very confused because he's like, no one would touch that. They're not stupid. No one's dumb enough to do that.
No one
Whispers
knows
walking out of the
You just
room,
got here.
whispering to themselves.
What?
I'm just.
Oh no! And he'll like look and see which one's missing. No! Gather his things. Go check Whisper's room. I'm assuming the bottle's there.
Yeah.
Is there any DM? Is there anything left in the bottle?
Ooh, no.
That's so unfortunate. All right. Yeah, Baron's gonna make his way downstairs. They have breakfast at all?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just get generic breakfast and just grumpy eat it. Just like.
You are in a bad mood until you get down to the kitchen.
All right.
And there's something about Asher, the boy, being so excited to cook dinner for Whisper and Whisper's friends that that childlike excitement, even if it's only slightly. There's a little bit of warmth in that cold ice heart of yours. So you're like, damn it, this
Like, all right, he's fucking all right.
fucker's cute, you know? Like,
Piece of shit, fucking kid. All right. Do you
don't-
need help?
There's Thatcher, the big orc, and Oswald in the kitchen helping him right now. So Thatcher will hold up his hand. You are a guest, please have a seat. Enjoy meal.
Thank you.
You guys have your meals. Whisper, how are you feeling?
Shh.
Feels weirdly dissonant though.
Stupid.
Why is everyone being so loud? Shh, not you.
Part of me kind of wishes that instead of being coherent, Whisper would basically just be the one guy from Indiana Jones being like, oh mum shabai, oh mum shabai, oh mum shabai.
Some time passes. Ray, you are still in bed. You're gonna sleep a little longer to get your long rest. You're not quite meeting them as early for breakfast. You're not an elf. You're not. But with that,
Happens to the best of us.
happens to the best of us. A couple more hours. You guys have your breakfast. Eventually, Thatch, Oswald, Asher will join you with their meals, and they'll sit at the table across from you. And it's a fun little morning. Asher is just excited, just talking to all of you, asking you questions like, who are you? Where are you from? How do you know Whisper? And eventually, Sister Koo comes in. She's not here yet. Classically late. Okay. And she'll kind of walk over and sit next to Asher. You are just absolute mess, and kind of wipes the flour off of him and kind of gets some towel, licks it, kind of wipes his cheek, getting the sauce off. And soon after, Lady Alabrica enters the room. The large wooden doors open before she even touches them as she walks through. The dark-skinned elven woman with golden hair that glows enters and looks at all of you. I was unaware we had guests. I would have arrived more promptly. As Sister Koo kind of looks over. Oh, well, you were quite busy last night, I'm assuming. She'll address the sister. Well, somebody has to keep the lights on. As she'll wave her hand as a chest of platinum kind of floats in and lands on the table.
Question.
Above table?
This is important. Above table, this is an above table question that is very important to Whisper's life. How long has it been since we were at the last brothel with the big tree, and has news of that performance spread here?
No.
Dang it. Okay,
it hasn't
continue.
spread here. It hasn't been that long because technically you guys.
I didn't think it has been. It's been so long in real time, and
in
I'm like,
real time.
has it really been that? I think it's been like less than a few weeks.
Yeah, because you were teleported to Grample from there, and then you only really traveled south from there after you guys' whole thing. So yeah, it has been like 2 weeks,
Maybe
if
a
that.
week.
Yeah. So it hasn't been that long.
So much has happened. Anyway. Dang it.
She kind of looks at all of you and sits down. Well, hello everyone. Not often we get guests, especially ones that I'm not informed about. She kind of looks at everybody.
This was the lady that was like the big star at the brothel last night, yes?
Yes. I'll post a picture of her in the chat again.
Gotcha.
Right, sorry, and you said Ray's not awake yet?
I will say at this point, Ray, you were like waking up and coming downstairs, and like you entered like this mess hall to get breakfast. It's early.
I will say,
you had a long night,
Whisper
and the lady
would probably too, right?
And-
Because like to get a full night rest.
Oh no,
both
no,
Ray
no.
and I don't get.
You were more like already out of it.
Yeah.
Okay. I
And
didn't know when I got down there.
and Ray coming down to the mess hall and then seeing the woman who was performing wasn't exactly, on your
Ray's
radar.
gonna like like stumble for sure and like do that pause of like, what the fuck is happening here? What? The lady? The lady's here? The fuck? It's gonna go sit next to Val, probably.
Are you acting weird?
Real confused. I'm gonna do my best not to be weird. I'm just gonna kind of like give like an unsure glance as I'm entering the room and like, okay, this is bizarre. I'm gonna go get some breakfast, I guess, with the lady of the fucking grove. Holy shit.
It's not the type of eating that you wanted to do with her, but I feel like it worked.
Stop.
Next best thing. You
Next
get what
best
you can get.
As she sits down, I'll take that chance to kind of look at her, and I'll speak. I don't know if this is the place for it, but I was told we're here to fight the blight. If this is, we were told you have more information.
Saren, as you're talking to her, there's like your mind in the back is like trailing off because you've seen her. She looks familiar. Long ago, before your time in the Forge, before you made it to the Blight, before you made it to the Gem Forge, you lived in the Fae. Lived in a wild part of the Fae where elven clans had no masters and they fought and they raged and they reveled. It was lawless, there were no rules. But there were factions that sprung up. Factions that sprung up because there was no clear ruler. And over time, information had been lost, but you remember statues. Not the new ones, not the statues carved of these faction leaders, but the statues that were from before. They were old, forgotten, faded, most destroyed, but every once in a while you come across one that was fully erect and you'd be like, that's what it looks like. And it was this woman sitting in front of you.
This hits me. I was kind of trail off in that sentence of asking her about information at the temple and when would be the best time to talk about it. And I was kind of trail off and I was going to stare at her. I'll look around, kind of seeing everybody in this area. And for now, I'm going to make a mental note of it and be like, I would love to have an audience with you. Discuss the situation at hand.
Well, darling, most men
I
do.
agree.
As Sister Ku kind of speaks up, yeah, you platinum pounder, and she'll look over. How about a brief history lesson? As she kind of.
Do I know a name that she might have been called back then?
No. All the statues, anything that would have had any engravings for like recognition, had all been faded for a long, long time.
Luckily, Saren loves history, learning everything of the arts. He's so good at it.
Just fixated on her, just staring at her.
To understand, so to be clear, you want to know more about the Blight, which in turn means you want to know more about the temple that the Blight resides in. She'll kind of look over at Thatch, who then kind of shoots a side eye over to Asher. Very well. In a time before Devolkrim became a kingdom, This land was mad and lawless. The only respite from the wilds was what you now call forges. They were safe havens, temples, shrines, whatever the minds of mortals could come up with at the time. And it all changed because of one man. Cooper Avalon, the first king of Devolkrim. As a young acolyte of the Gloomzel Bridewell, the Gloom Forge, I believe you all call it now. He impressed his teachers with his compassion, and over time became its warden. Unknowing the weight of such a responsibility, he accepted his role. Such as an optimistic dreamer. It wasn't long after he learned all his offerings, prayers, rituals were not to gain favor from any divine, or to get any divine miracle. No, but to keep an unknown force locked away. She kind of waves her hand as light kind of forms on the table as it creates a projection. As she creates a small illusion. Oops. You see a young man, short blonde hair. And this image of him speaks. When I was sworn in and given my oath, I remember them looking so sad. Like they were giving me a problem that for millennia was just pushed aside. The picture kind of disperses. As Warden Cooper Avalon relinquished his identity, casting away his name and taking the name Zell Cooper. The light kind of forms again on the table, forming his face as he speaks. It's almost like he's conversing, if you will. When I confronted the Force for the first time, I was warned thoroughly by the elders beforehand. To not be afraid of its absolute power, not engage in it in any way, to keep it trapped within. However, when I saw it, I felt it. I pitied it. For I knew it wasn't evil. The picture disperses again. Even so, he was tasked to watch, monitor, and protect. So he did. For years and years. And as the years drove on, Zell could not help but observe the entity. Attempt to understand the entity. Sympathize with this entity. Until one day he addressed it. What was discussed, only they know. All I know is Zell said this. As she waves her hand again, the light reforms. It didn't even know what it was. No, more than that, it couldn't. It was created in isolation and kept in a state of disrepair. When I addressed it, it was like a wounded animal. No. A wounded animal would lash out. It was like a child. Just cowering in a corner. You see his face soften as the light disperses again. This is the only time he mentioned it to me. It's the only time I've seen him look so angry. So I deemed it prudent to change the topic of conversation at the time. After that, he spent years struggling to solve the dilemma, which was this existence being. Zell Cooper would go on to systematically find a way to break the binds that held it. Removing all the sins mortals exude but hypocritically fear. The things they feared would bring change or amplify. Doing so allowed the entity to slip free, and with nothing for the prison to contain, it collapsed. Now released to the world, Zell Cooper gave it a chance at freedom. Repercussions that centuries later still linger. His being, as a symbol of thanks, bestowed a gift upon him and all of his offspring. A link to its magical origin. Empowered by this magic, Zell Cooper would go on to unite the remaining forges and establish the Kingdom of Devolkrim. Doing so, he fully forgoed his forge name and title and ruled as Cooper Avalon, first king of Devolkrim. Now, what does this have to do with our problem today? Any worshippers of Moradin present? I should look at the group. The only people who would really know this, Barian and Saren, I'll let you give me an an intelligence roll, straight intelligence check.
How about religion?
I was gonna say, is religion an option? It's not much better, but it's better than just
I
base
feel like religion
intelligence for
should
me.
be if we're thinking about followers of somebody, if it's a deity, religion easily. If it's not religion, history sounds like it would be the appropriate one.
Never mind, Barian doesn't know. I rolled a 2.
I'll let you.
Punk that.
Saren, yeah, I'll say either or. It changes the information you get.
So straight intelligence or a religion.
Uh-huh.
What if I roll 2?
I'll let you roll one of each if you want.
All
If
right.
you don't want to pick, I'll let you do both.
Left hand intelligence, right hand religion.
Got it.
Oh, damn. Natural 1 on the religion, which would be a 9. I have a lot.
Okay.
I'm good at religion. That's my shit. And for just intelligence, wow, really low. 8. This is what I'm good at. Both of those I'm really good at. Fucking a natural 1 and an 8.
With that, damn, oh, so bad.
That was rough. I'm too distracted.
Yeah, you are distracted. You're trying to piece it together, Saren, but like your mind, like the second you're like more, okay, that is a god. I know that's a god. Which god is it? And I'm trying to go through the list of all the gods in your head. You're staring at this person in front of you, and you're like, "Bish, who are you?" Okay, you know, like you're so focused on her, you're having a hard time recalling.
Did Ray just kind of like elbow him a little bit, like, don't stare, it's rude.
Yes, you
What are you
can.
doing?
Gives me advantage.
Gives me advantage.
Right, snaps him out of his stupor there.
No, you're good. I will blink though, like stop his gaze.
Moradin is he's a prominent dwarven god to many cultures going back to the early centuries. And strangely enough, he has no power in Devolkrim. Not a drop at all. I remember it used to drive Cooper mad. Even to the point where they constructed a beautiful temple for him. They imported stone from High Hammer. They gathered holy craftsmen from the massif of Iron Wall. They blessed the land before construction, and when they were finished, they performed a rite to allow Moradin to grace the land. And nothing. They tried again, and nothing. And once more, nothing.
And I think I actually remembered this is more.
With all these words being said and with your intelligence being so high, Saren, you remember that the Lexodon, the big elephant guy you guys ran into a long time ago, was investigating why his god Moradin had no influence here in Devolkrim.
I actually do remember learning from Josiah the story of Moradin and Holger, I believe.
Yes. If you just remember it, I'll make you roll for it for sure. How Moradin and Fulgrit both hit Devolkrim, and Morden's
Yep.
punishment was being banished from the land.
Yep. I just recalled that, and I went back through my notes to make sure it was right.
Fair enough, fair enough.
I'll even fill in the part of her story as she's telling this part of the story. I'll kind of even say that, like,
Okay, yeah.
Morden helped find the god. Her and Fulgrit raised the god. And Morden was then banished.
So kind of lean in towards you, Saren. Yes. So kind of look over at that. It's not often you bring me competence. She'll look back at you. Well, this frustrated King Avalon, and he attempted to force a connection using his newfound powers. Foolish, yes. But the man's heart could not be swayed. She looks, her eyes narrow, and she becomes definitely more stern for this part. Your heart only matters if it's beating. And forcing a god to show up at your party rarely works, kids. Keep that in mind. Now what the king did was unleash enough magic to tear a hole in this realm. A hole into mine. A land of magic, wonder, and wilds. The Fae. And as the curiosity of man is insatiable, they entered, and that's when we met. Her eyes soften, her stern look goes away, as she reminisces. And if I'm being completely honest, I fell in love. She'll kind of snap back out of it and look at all of you again, kind of sit up straight. I chose to leave the Fae and return here. I'll save you the love story.
So, are you my multi-great-grandmother?
Whisper, not the time.
Oh, sorry.
She'll kind of look at you and she'll make a note of that in her head.
Like, I
The
want that.
book. Don't sleep with that one. We're related.
That was the thought. That was the thought.
Oh my god.
I left my realm and those I governed for a blip of existence where it was perfect. I don't regret my decisions. Why should gods go out missing on life? Some of those who followed were less than understanding of the fact, and she kind of waves her hand and she shows, I want to say 8 different individuals that were following her directly, that were, I guess, her most trusted. Saren, these 8 individuals, you recognize them as the ones who took power, the statues that are new and nice, that got the realm where you used to fight. And Whisper, you recognize one of them as the one who made you.
There's an audible whining coming from Whisper. Been a stressful day for a couple days for Whisper here. Missed out on the brothel. Was forced to so much trauma, and now extra trauma from even more of my past.
It's probably good that you missed out on the brothel, or you would have slept with your great-great-grandma, okay?
And
you
it
know?
would have been, whoa, the family reunion's been way awkward.
Whoa! This is not how you.
And you
want
gotta
to
add
meet.
like 8 more greats to that, but it's fine. So,
I mean, she's great. All right.
no,
Okay, we
it's
get.
chill. All
But
right,
like.
we're bringing it back in.
Sorry. Please continue.
Fact of the matter is, I technically don't belong here. And the previously mentioned Fey portal is in a constant state of trying to pull me back. Nothing too bothersome. The forest grows to retrieve me, and it's been manageable for hundreds of years. The owl, Oswald, speaks up at the end of the table. That's why we wanted her here to explain this part, but with the intel we've received from the boy, and he'll point over at Asher, it appears the Blight is actually siphoning the power from the portal to sustain itself and fuel its ambitions. It's drawn to our fair lady, yes, but it's fueled. Sorry, it's drawn to our fair lady by its fuel, but its ambitions seem to not be aligned. Thatch will speak up. We simply do not have the forces to protect the town and try to siege the temple. With the war in the east, fighting the north, the crown and their forces are occupied. So for now, we wait. We hold them back. Lady Labrica speaks up. I can hold them back for as long as I need to. I hold them back, and everyone else makes sure the townsfolk stay safe. This was Cooper's.
Sorry, the portal's trying to pull you back into your other world?
The Fae demands me. That's where I reside. I helped create it.
Yeah. Incredible work. So portal's trying to pull you back, but the portal is what brought the Blight? Am I understanding that?
The Blight moved in. We're not quite sure where it came from. But it seems to have needed something to sustain itself, something powerful. Asher will speak up. When I showed up there, when I teleported with Mom, it acted like it was waiting for me.
The portal did?
No.
I know this is portal. Oh, the Blight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom says the portal created a powerful magical anchor, and it made it easier for her to take me there. So that's why it was the temple she chose when I needed to get away. But when I showed up, you see him kind of get smaller.
It's okay, kid. You're okay. She's used to some scary stuff. Gonna be okay.
You see him kind of look over at Whisper. I didn't mean to leave you behind. I know you told me to run.
I mean, you did run. You ran so well. You went really far away, which was ideally what I said when I meant run.
I thought Greyface was gonna kill you, Whisper.
Yep, he was.
What the fuck?
Lady Alabrica will kind of walk over and kind of wipe the boy's cheek. Hey, why don't you go clean up? Just kind of scooch him off. He's a good boy. So, seeing as a couple of you have connections with well, frankly, a light in our world, as she kind of looks at the boy running away. And some of you are obviously well informed. She'll look at you, Saren.
Glaring at her.
And she'll kind of observe both Ray, Valor, and Baron, who've been pretty quiet this whole time, but she assesses their strength in her own way.
So sorry, just to make sure I've got this all right. Okay, blight feeds off the portal magic, right?
Yes.
And that is still what is sustaining it.
Yes.
No portal, blight shrivels. Yeah, probably.
From what the boys described, it's almost like the blight has formed a cocoon around it.
Gross.
And
Okay.
uses the portal as like, I guess what you could call its heart. The portal itself is harmless, and while it does seek me out, the overproduction of lumber is actually rather helpful for the economy.
Okay. And please understand this is meant with no offense or anything. Portal's here for you. If you went through the portal, would the portal go away and destroy the heart of the blight? Is okay? I sorry, I'm not trying to be like get out of here.
No, you're fine. The current issue is getting to the portal itself. To get to the portal, you have to go through the blight. From what I understand, if we just kill the blight, the portal will remain, and everything can go back to normal.
Do we have any more insight on how to kill it? Because, not for nothing, we did kill it. And it came back, and it continued to come back. So my particular worry is that if it's siphoning its life force off of this portal, we won't be able to kill it until the portal's closed. And all of this now adds an extra layer in wondering what becomes of you if the portal closes.
I am merely a fraction of what I once was. The power I have and wield is significantly less. With the portal gone, my powers very well might cease to exist. And if it happens, so be it. I've lived a long life, and at the moment, I don't even know if I can die. Death isn't something I've had to worry about or even begin to concern myself with. Beings like me don't get to die. We just fade away.
Being a paladin of the Raven Queen, essentially the god of death, there's this weird mix of insult while also almost pity to know. And she just kind of looks back at her and being like, it must be the most extensive, exhausting existence. To have lived such a long life with no end in sight.
I'll chime in.
To each their
then.
own, but...
I'll chime in then, kind of cutting you off and be like, yeah, must be rough to run away from the problems you've created. Do not reap what you sow and walk through the ripples of the chaos you left. Why not go back through the portal? End it all. You cut the ties. Blight can die. Better this land.
Bullshit.
considered it. In order to get to the portal, we'd have to get through the blight. If you wish for my help and my assistance, I'm sure my girls could watch my castle while I'm gone.
At the expense of sounding rude, what exactly do you bring to the table, aside from knowledge?
Mostly knowledge. And most of my power is confined to the tree. Losing my powers over time, I decided to store it away in my golden orchard. That's what I use to fend off the blight. I left people who I felt people who should have been able to handle it. At what point do you blame the parent for leaving, when the child should be strong enough to walk?
The parent is also supposed to be to pick them up when they stumble.
Should be able to account for themselves and can account for themselves are two extremely different things. I don't necessarily agree with coddling, however. It makes for quite the shit parent to abandon a child.
Child is the wrong word. Time, for me, is different. You are all children to me. Even you, Elf. Looking at Sarah. I decided to unpause my life. To start a life. Zell Cooper showed me a life. And I will not apologize for that. Do I not also deserve to fall in love? Do I also not deserve to run on a beach with a man who's still in my heart? Do I not also deserve to lay in bed with someone who cares for me?
But
Not
you still
someone-
never looked back. You never looked back to see the ripples you were making.
No. Nor do you look at the flowers when stomping through a field. When you trample the grass beneath your feet. Walking on your journey. When you crush an anthill with your wagon. Do you look back? Do you feel bad? We're eating meats at this table, are we not? I count 4 lives on this table lost. Because they have hooves, snouts. Does that change the fact that they live? Where do your morals end? This is life. And now I'm a fool who gave up godly power to polish a tombstone for the end of my days. So, Saren was it? If you're thinking I'm a fool, I'll be the first to tell you you are correct.
No fool. Just irresponsible. The ants that you wrecked, that anthill you stepped on and left into the dust, they weren't just ants. They were colonies people, societies, thrown into havoc once you passed. You never once stepped back to look, see ramifications of your actions. We will kill the blight. If I have any say in it, that portal will be gone too, so that your power will come to it.
I guess we'll see. I shall stand up, wave her hand, and the chest of platinum on the table next to all of you that, Ray, you've been close to, is just going to slam shut.
Ah, damn! I didn't know it was there.
I was like, Ray's gonna walk, just like,
Was too entranced by how pretty she was to be like, oh shit, I'm a thief.
I'm a thief.
Ah, damn it! My one job.
She'll look at Sister Ku to keep the lights on. And she'll stand up. If you'll need me, I'll be in my orchard. I think I could use a bath.
I'll
She'll
reach
leave the
up
room.
as she stands to walk. I'll reach up and I'll kind of grab her sleeve and just look at her in Elvish. Just be like, I don't hate you, but your actions left chaos. Nothing of structure. You made life hell, but life still went on. But the ones you chose were wrong. At least live with that. Not let her go.
So pause for a second. She'll inhale as if to say something, but she'll just kind of deflate. Sit up straight again, or stand up straight, and walk out. And that's where we're gonna take a quick break.
I was just gonna say, I was literally just about to say, with that being in Elvish, I was gonna turn to Whisper, like, is that what it sounds like when we talk Draconic? There's no idea what's happening. That's really annoying.
No. That sounds really pretty. Draconic sounds.
And I would have said that in the oldest, most formal, like, tongue I could muster.
You're thinking in the Bible, okay?
Bible, get out.
All right, so do a quick.
Do a quick
an
tenor.
11.
We'll be back at like the 20-minute mark for whatever hour you happen to be on, whatever time
running
zone
Morph out.
you was in.
I'm
Morph's
running.
doing his potty break. We will see you guys in 10. All right, bye.
Nice.
Oh my god, you guys,
Sorry.
we were all back on time.
On time.
This is crazy.
It's been 10 minutes. Listen, we killing it today. Inspiration to everybody. No, I'm joking.
No. You said it.
No.
You said it. You said
It
it.
came out of your
It was
mouth.
recorded.
Just
We
say
have
yes.
evidence. Woo! Got him.
But actually, you know what? For solid roleplay tonight and good spirit of good vibes, inspiration. I'll give everyone inspiration. I don't do it enough as a DM.
Yeah.
I don't do it enough as a DM.
I don't. I always forget I can do it.
Hey,
I'm in charge. I forget
So
sometimes.
funny.
it's nice. Feels good.
Feels good. Let me mark it down before I forget. But it's
Listen,
gonna be fine because I'm gonna eventually be like, where the hell did this come from?
Don't worry about it. Listen, on-time inspiration's huge.
On time inspiration's huge. Shout out Morph. Shout out Morph. Let's go.
He was efficient today. He went out, he peed, went out, pooped, and he went, yeah, I'm done.
He literally
Also,
was like, squat, eye contact, prolonged eye contact. Let's go back inside, Dad.
we had our yearly vet appointment today. Turns out, Weston, you were right. He's a little fat. I gotta feed him less.
I fucking told you, man. That dude was looking plump.
Oh, the delivery on that.
Morgan was worried. He's like, because she was like, I think he has like a little like bump on his side right here. Yeah, it's a love handle.
He's such a
You guys
skinny
move
dog.
into
Tiny dog with a love handle.
y'all moved into his retirement home. He don't gotta throw his ass in a circle anymore. He could just sit on it and let it get fat.
I was watching him move. I was like, he's kind of waddling, like, like he's gonna like rolling.
Damn it.
There's,
Okay.
There's like this one picture that you sent forever ago of Morph that just lives rent free in my brain. Anytime you say Morph, that's what pops in. It's him just sitting there staring at you, and then he does one of these like.
It's so cute. It's so cute. So he had a bunch of teeth pulled, so now his tongue hangs out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
No business being that cute. I'll look over, he'll just be like passed out, just. I'll send more pictures. I'll be more on it more. Anyway, we're back.
Be a proud dad. We're
back
having a
and we're
lot
on
of
time.
parental trauma. Be a better
Yeah.
dad, Cody. Okay.
Are we
with
back?
Lady
Yes,
Alabrica
we're
leaving, and you guys are left in this chamber, is there anything that you guys want to roleplay right now, or technically you have your whole day, so you guys could do shopping? Did you want to check out Blightwood before? Did you guys want to plan going? Like, what do you guys
I
want
want to ask Val a question.
Discuss. Go. Roleplay.
Hey, Val. I think Barian accidentally poisoned me. I can't stop hearing the voices.
Is Barian still in the room, or am I fucked off at this point?
I drank the blue one.
Did you say he accidentally poisoned you?
Okay, maybe not him directly being involved, but you were gone. I had a very stressful conversation, and it's hard to think. I may have gotten. I was like, I need booze. Who has booze? Barian has booze. I went to Barian's booze, and now shh. They won't be quiet. Cure me, please.
Whisper goes to do the. Val comes up and just like hand over mouth, just like. I need you to understand that it has been an incredulously long night, and the last thing I need is for all of this to be happening. Understood? And you feel this like warmth spread across your face, up into your hair as it starts to come down through the rest of your body. It's a very comforting warmth, while Val is staring daggers at you, obviously annoyed.
It's a very mixed signal.
As she hits you with the lay on hands to cure poisoning, just like Jesus.
I like the feeling, but the eyes are scary. I need to talk to a therapist. I don't. There's a lot in. I was happy ignoring things, and now I'm being forced to deal with my trauma, and that's not fair, I think.
Do you feel better?
A lot. Is it? Am I cured?
Whispers have stopped.
Okay.
Whisper is no longer whispering to whisper.
I feel better. I really thank you. I'm gonna go deal with stuff.
Get your shit together. We have people to kill. She just.
That's honestly right now sounds great. Can we go do that and skip the talking part?
You should still talk to a therapist. The lady that we just
I
talked
don't
to
know
seems
where-
nice.
I think she's my mini great grandmother.
Oh, good. It's family trauma you're dealing with, anyways, isn't it?
And I think, based on her illusions, I think she might be somewhat related to my weird creator as well. It's all. I don't like any of this.
Stan will stop by at this moment. He'll kind of grab Valorant's shoulder and kind of turn her towards them, and just, you make the decision. Do we investigate the house of the? Now I'm kidding. Brimblewood, Brimble.
What? Like
The-
what?
People.
The Breaker
the house.
Brasher Brappa family.
Oh, Bartlesby's.
Do we investigate the Bartlesby's estate first, or do we head right to the temple?
If at anything at all, I think the Bartleby's house might potentially give us an insight on protection against the Blight. Their house isn't touched, and all they have are 4 round-the-clock guards with both equally creative code names and also very hoity-toity rich people type of shit.
Do you believe we have enough time for it? With the one you were trying to rescue and withstand? Let's do it. Make the plans.
Is the one little gnome lady, the tavern, or the innkeeper, she's still right there?
She's Sister Koo. She is still there.
Okay. Val's gonna kind of turn over to Sister Koo and be like, given that your establishment sells alcohol, do you deal with the Bartlebys by chance?
A delightful group. Personally, no, because I hate them. I think they're awful. They are pompous. What's the word? Douchebags, in my professional opinion. But my associate, my I guess benefactor, deals with them more often. I will.
The lady
before I
that
get
just
this-
left?
No. Her, I would never work for her. She's a harlot that has no business even. One second. Oh, I'm so sorry. There's a name. Why can't I find? Oh, I'm not in the right town. I'm an idiot. Got it. Okay. No, Quahendro. He's a
God
Dako.
bless you.
We operate the Mother's Garden. That's where I practice most of my work. I tend to the plants there, and Quahendro is more of a, I guess technically the person in charge. He's a council member. I only bring it up because Quahendro and one of the Bartlesbys, they travel together to the capital often because they're the only 2 council members here in Blightwood. So when they send a carriage, they have to ride up together, then I get to hear about their little escapades.
What is your friend into? Aside from taking long, extravagant trips with absolute douche nozzles.
He likes plants more than people.
Turns to Whisper, has an idea of, you could become a dryad, and turns back, like...
He's an alchemist. Brilliant mind. Wonderful chemist. Where he studies more of the properties of the plants, I tend to then make sure they are thriving. It's kind of our arrangement. But with his research, he brings a lot of funding.
And given that you have such a high disposition for such the family, right? If one were to potentially go over to their house, invited or not, is there a good time to do that? Is there a good way to do that?
From what I understand, the gates to their estate open promptly at 8 a.m., so they should be open now. That's when their workers make their way to their vineyards. And I believe the gates are open until, I want to say 6 at night. Once the gates are closed, they don't accept anyone. Unless they're throwing one of their parties. But
Do they just accept people to tour the vineyard?
mostly people who show up go to work. And while you can go and observe the vineyard, the atmosphere isn't quite welcome. Not my cup of tea. Too much.
And she kind of sits and, like, thinks about, you know, more stuff that has just been said and is like, actually, your friend pays attention to all of the fun goings on with plants, whereas you do just tend to them. Has he studied the blight at all? Not
Yes.
blight the creature, but the blight the shrubbery.
It's been a focal point. If you want to speak on that, Oswald, the owl, has been working directly in that regard. He's from what I understand, according to Quahendro, he is a quite skilled botanist. Quahendro's schedule's quite packed, so getting in to see him might be a little difficult. But I'm sure if you grease the right pockets, maybe you can get in. Oswald might be a good place to start. I don't mess with the plants like that. I don't like
he
it when the
still here?
plants. Oswald is in the kitchen right now cleaning up.
Pick his brain and whatnot and see if maybe he doesn't know why the blight seems so averse to the Bartleby mansion.
Yeah, it's a really quick jaunt over to the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
In the kitchen, Oswald is quickly washing plates. It's already been swept. For how... Actually, you didn't see it because you didn't check the kitchen earlier, but it's almost done. He's almost done cleaning. You can tell he's
A man
fast.
after
and
Saren's heart.
everything he's doing is... None of his movement is wasted. You can tell that this person is very, very comfortable and knows their own body very well. You can see him kind of tumbling over tables, kind of to reach stuff faster. He kind of can fly because he's an owlin a little bit, you know, so it's kind of like all over the place.
It's not a straight flight, but like it's a like
Yeah, a little bit of lift. He'll see you come in. Oh, did you want more food?
Actually, I was told that you're quite the botanist. I was wondering if
see
I
him-
could pick your brain.
He drops a plate and it shatters. You want to talk plants? Yeah. No. Yes. Oh, I made a mess. And he'll sweep it up real quick, and kind of set it aside. Yeah. What would you like to know? Or your
What are-
questions?
You've studied the plants that have been creeping in, yes?
That's actually why I came here, and I heard about a magical forest that was growing rapidly. It tickled my curiosity, so when I traveled up here, I didn't expect it to be so horrid. That's a new development apparently, but I have been studying it, and do you want to come with me to my lab real quick?
Do you mind if I'm not the only one? I guarantee other people would be so entranced.
Nobody
And-
here wants to hear me talk about this, so I would love it.
She's gonna turn around and gesture to at least Saren and Varian. And if Whisper and Ray come, I'm assuming that he'll be super duper excited for an audience. But she just kind of turn around like a little quick finger
This
push.
point, Saren will be focusing on other things, kind of focusing, just kind of seeing your motion, just be like, handle this one yourself. And he'll walk away.
Broody little bastard.
Okay, everyone but Saren, right, makes their way to the laboratory.
I'm gonna
Yes,
go
sir.
look at
Yeah,
plants.
be a little curious. Yeah, all right. Maybe I can brew something with this.
Exactly. Either that or like
Oh, no.
maybe you'll ranger correctly for once.
I mean, maybe. Who knows? Maybe I'll just abuse it some more.
God damn
In
it.
my favorite terrain.
Stupid. Yes. Okay.
If I
it's
stand
still
in
forest.
this particular flower pot, is this forest terrain
this-
like
So he leads you to a side room and he opens it up and it's a side tower that is just full of bells and whistles, beakers, things to kind of break things down molecularly. There's also things, dozens of potted plants. Some you guys recognize. Barian, give me a nature roll. You're the only one who would recognize all of them if possible. Just because of how traveled you are. You came from the other side of the world.
18.
By boat and bus. 18? You recognize that every plant in here, not only is it healthy and thriving, but there are plants here. There's actually even a couple plants from the Glistening Isles. Just, there's just, it's a well-kept, this guy knows what he's doing.
Barry's like, huh?
That's,
okay, Tim
It's-
Allen, calm down.
Thank you.
yeah, it'd be like, it's like finding a dragon fruit for the first time. You're like, what? Why are
Right.
you here? You know, like, what?
Pause. That's not supposed to grow in this. What?
At all. So,
It's not even the
kind of-
right climate.
he kind of leads you in, and he kind of takes you to a whole fourth section of his laboratory is all just pieces of the blight, whether it be blight that's infected flesh or a blight that's infected plant. The blight doesn't discriminate. He kind of shows you all. It acts almost like a fungus. But it's more aggressive. It works its way deep into the molecular structure of each individual cell and then alters it. I'm not entirely sure how or what fuels it, but it almost has like a... Let me show you. And he'll go over to a plant. I gathered all of these around the same area, and he'll cut one of the plants and one of the leaves will fall off. And then 3 plants in the area will kind of shake as if to react.
Interesting.
Whatever it is, it's all connected. Which, from my information from the boy, and the blight that we're fighting isn't the blight. I don't think any of us have ever fought the blight, actually. Everything we've seen, everything we've fought, is all just this. It's this matter. It's what it's creating. It's all linked and it all touches.
So there must be some type of like central root system, essentially, even if it's not physical roots, like a hive mind.
Yes, I've also observed that it can. It doesn't necessarily have to stay if it has a place it can retreat to. He'll take that leaf he has that has the blight on it, and he'll kind of stick it in a fresh pot of soil, and the soil itself will kind of get darker. Now, watch what happens when he'll take the pot and the plant and kind of tilt the lid so a little bit of dirt falls into a new potted plant that isn't infected with the blight. Just a normal plant like a fern. And it slowly sinks into the dirt. And the dirt turns dark. And the plant from the bottom and the base begins to get darker as the blight infects and grows. Its only goal is to expand. And when it retreats, it leaves behind cursed soil. It can travel easier in cursed soil. It looks like it is attempting to create a network of highways to traverse the land easier. It's spread pretty far north, and I'm pretty sure that the cursed ground has reached Grample. Based on my research. I believe it's also spreading further east. For those of you with passive insight of 12 or higher, it does track with what you guys saw traveling south from Grample with the cursed land, and you're traveling with Nkosi.
So where was Nkosi when he fought the Blight? Because didn't he fight, like, the actual guy?
From above table, from what you guys know, that's what he said,
Yeah.
and that's what he believed. He fought, when you guys met him just south of Grample on the old trail, right around here, the fight he was in when he was fighting the Blight happened like 20 minutes ago, if that. He was currently running away from losing the fight when you guys ran into him. And that was his experience with the Blight, was with the eye that could form and reform, which you guys also saw at the front gate. That Barian shot from the back, shot from behind.
Yeah, Baron doesn't like it when he shoots something and it doesn't go away.
It doesn't go away. It just grows out of something further away.
Yeah, it like shows up again. He's like, the fuck? No. I shot you.
Have you found anything in your research thus far that it's averse to? That it refuses to grow on?
Silver. You can't pass over silver. It also, he'll take, this isn't my forte. Let me look for something. He'll find, a little amulet. And he'll chant some words in a different language. Does anyone know what language he's speaking? I forgot. Ugh. I think it's primordial.
I have a language question real quick.
Yes.
As Whisper's memory is coming back, would I know Elvish? Because what would the what's her name, the wind, have spoken?
Directly into your mind, in the language you would know.
I would argue you don't know it fluently, but like as like a broken language, like you can understand it better than you can speak it, if that makes sense.
It's like weebs that learn Japanese but only through anime.
Yeah.
Or it's like
That
me
seems weirdly
knowing
targeted.
Spanish because I grew up around a lot of Spanish and I know when I can tell when someone's making fun of me, but I can't exactly tell how they're making fun of me.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Like I know what you're saying is mean to me.
I just don't know what it is,
I don't
and
know
I don't like
enough.
I don't know
I
why
don't know
it's
enough to
mean.
call you out on it.
I
don't
know
enough to
5
call you
words.
out on
I
it.
know Puto isn't good. Okay, and he shoots. Anyway,
Damn.
So he had like exotic fruit plants and stuff in the other room, right?
yeah. In this room, there's like 2. Because he wanted
I
to
want
see
to
how
get some
the.
exotic fruit.
You're gonna try and.
I'm sure you do.
Not.
Ray, you are an exotic fruit.
Give me a sleight of hand roll, Ray.
Wait. I want nothing that's been infected with blight. I want to make sure of that.
Yeah.
That's been infected.
A non-infected
It's
tropical fruit.
Non-infected tropical fruits. Okay.
The most tropical of all the fruits.
All right, sleight of hand. So that's gonna be. I mean, I guess it's okay with a 21. I only rolled a 10. Boo. Wandawan. Wandawan.
Here, I'll type it in this chat so you can spell it right. You can add a wajaberry to your inventory.
Wajaberry. That sounds nice. Okay. Thank you very much.
I believe I don't have it. I gotta track it down to my notes. But I believe the Wajaberry was a bright red berry, but it was oval shaped and about the like half the size of a kiwi. So it's a big berry. It's a big old.
Okay.
Very big bear.
My other question.
They are extremely tart. So you know.
Very nice, great success. I like it. My other question is, so he knows that the blight is can't affect silver. So I'm assuming that he's done some testing with silver. So there is silver here.
There is a silver dagger.
God damn
and
it, Ray.
A silver just chunk about yay big, the size of a crazy enough like a cell phone. You know,
Temptation. I might try and get
Somebody's
that dagger,
watching
but
me. It's my anxiety.
you try and give me another sleight of hand roll.
Okey-dokey. Sorry to interrupt everything right now, you guys.
1 second, I had to steal some things. I'm a rogue.
Okay.
Rogues
So
gonna rogues,
18
bark gonna bark.
plus 11, so 30.
Man, and Oswald is so excited to be showing people his stuff. I'm gonna roll.
You know what? Ray's she's gonna pick it up so uncasually too. She's just gonna pick it up, twirl it around a bit in front of him while he's talking.
He's
looking
showing,
over,
and he's just so excited.
I'll even kind of lean over, nudge, whisper, "Hey, look at this thing. It's pretty cool, right? Yeah, and I'll pocket it."
You're horrible.
know.
Look in the Discord. This is who you're stealing from. Look at him.
Okay, let me
Is
go
he finger
look.
gun Alan?
Finger gunning. Okay.
He has a whole brick of silver that I am not stealing, okay? And I took one berry and a knife.
Oh shit.
I think he'll be
My
fine.
bad. Hydrate and a posture check. Shit.
Oh,
I
idiot.
did both.
The both of them.
I did both of them already.
Both of them,
Both.
okay? So,
In
One
primordial-
also, I'm a
both.
thief. You can't make me feel bad for stealing. That's my whole thing.
Fair
I can
enough.
and I will.
I'll try.
That's right.
He'll speak in primordial while you're stealing this stuff. And he casts more like a ritual spell, and you see the blight react to radiant as well as he casts it's not scorching ray. What is it? It's a cantrip. It does radiant. It's a cleric spell. It's not a spell. It's a cantrip. I gotta look it up.
Sorry, Word of Radiance does.
Is it Word of Radiance or Sacred Flame?
It might be Word of Radiance.
It's either one of them. I forgot Sacred Flame does radiance and not fire damage.
It's a
Yeah,
sacred
it
flame.
fucks me up every time.
But yeah, he uses it, and the blight reacts very negatively. It almost, no, these are all plants. Yeah, so they all just kind of, some wither and decompose. They don't like radiant damage either, but that's really all I have. Silver and radiant. That's what I know. Or just brute force. They're not very durable, I've learned. The blight process, it does make them a little bit more frail.
So holy magic not flammable though?
Well, we've had great success with fire in the past.
I also have had great success recently with fire.
Okay.
Inspiration.
I don't know what was dirty about that? I know I'm what?
Yeah, no.
Oh wait, there was the flame of the sea.
Most of the things you did on the battlefield were ice magic, dear.
No, they were not. I threw so many fireballs. I did ice magic once. Maybe twice.
Shush. Shush. Shush.
Are you just covering my mouth again?
Just like nose to nose, just like shush, shush. It was ice magic.
While all this is happening, Saren, what are you doing?
His best.
Oh, he was eating. I got a mid-bite. I'm so sorry. I did. That's a
Don't
big bite,
be.
too.
Treat him like wait staff whenever they drop
He's not
shit
sorry.
off, and
He
you're
waited
just like.
specifically. He was watching to see you take a bite.
Oh, Graham, you got yourself. That was awful.
God damn it.
That crystal clear though.
As I walked away as they were doing this, I wanted to kind of like follow direction that lady had left to, going towards the tree. I imagine.
Yes. She
I
makes
wanted
her
to
way.
look at
Oh,
that
so
tree.
now he'll go to the brothel.
I just wanted to look at that tree and see if it was something I recognized, because she said it was something that she kind of created in their own thing. See if it was a tree that I recognized from where I was from.
Let me go to. I'll pull it up. I'm gonna post it in the Discord one more time, also, so you guys get a good look at it. You walk over to the tree,
Smash.
and actually, I'll also upload the picture of it next to the entire town. It stands out. It's hard to miss. It kind of rests at the edge of the town where the forest is like taking over. It's almost like the tree is like a waypoint for where the forest stops. With the information you received from her this morning, it's obvious that that's why, because it only is going to her.
I'm imagining this is some sort of almost like a fey tree that she's created.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that I might have some semblance of. And just looking at that, I'll take that drawing that I made earlier.
Yeah.
I was going to compare it to what I remember and that tree. And I'll walk up to the side of it. I'm just going to pin it to the side of that tree. And going off, I'll just kind of look up at this large tree, and remembering the trees that I had to run across, the trees that I had to escape from, these things through the chaos. I'm gonna climb the tree.
Okay. Give me I'll let you athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics.
I tried to combine them. I tried.
That'll be acrobatics for sure, and that is an 18.
18. It's pretty. Are you doing this stealthily or just climb the tree?
I'm fucking climbing the tree. I'm just kind of like
Fair enough.
just remembering it. I'm just going up. If I feel a cloak catch, I'm just gonna rip through it, and I'm just gonna keep going.
Okay. With an 18, you find your footing and you've climbed a number of trees. You haven't done it in a while, granted. You've kind of you left the Clee Chumming business behind you. You know, you're proper now. You're but in this moment you're like, nah, I don't care. And you towards the top, and we start getting like 100 feet up, 200 feet. You're like kind of high, but with 18 you still kind of push past it and you go up higher and higher. How high do you go?
Is there any point where it opens up, like somewhere to stand? This is a really big tree, so I'm like wondering if there's an area that might be an opened up area.
Once you get high up, when the tree branches begin to kind of fan out and make the canopy, there are some spots you could definitely sit or stand. Even spots you can even lay.
I'll take one of the spots that are big enough to stand. I'll stand in that area. Just kind of reminiscing on the past and everything else like that. I'm gonna take out. I was gonna think of everything that's my life has been to this point. the changes I've gone through myself, but I'll remember the goal at hand. I'm going to take out the spear I got from Minkosi. And in this moment, I'll hold it, kind of spin it around. I'm going to get to know it. I'm going to learn the balancing of it. And almost gonna channel that like force that he made it with. I'm just gonna feel it, and with that, I'm going to now bind myself to this weapon,
Okay.
exchanging it for the other spear that I had, and basically, I'll take this time to attune to it and bind myself to it, with the goal at hand to destroy the blight, knowing that I'm going to also close that gate if I'm able.
While this is happening, and you're attuned to it and you're having your moment, Saren, you hear a voice suddenly behind you.
Rapidly spin, point the spear at it.
You're not supposed to be up here. Hey, man! Why don't we put that away? As you're pointing a spear at someone who's significantly smaller than you thought they were going to be. As a male fairy is kind of hovering right in front of you. It's just you don't have many people climbing the tree too often. It's not normally allowed. So I'm just seeing what's going on. We can maybe put this away.
I would like to look. I'm just gonna look at him. This fairy man, is he? You said he's small in stature.
He is small. Like his whole body, head to torso, like 2 feet tall. The swords on his side are his size. So like he is wielding weapons, but to you they're like, there's he carries 2 short swords as a fairy. So like, you know what I mean?
Perhaps I was looking for a duel, a sparring partner.
You see him kind of smirk, and in the time it takes you to blink, he draws both and kind of and hits the spear kind of up out of his face. Why, you a fighter? As he kind of smirks.
Something like that. I'll kind of start bouncing on the balls of my feet.
Well, then while we're doing this, maybe you can answer some questions. Like why you're here. And with that, we're going to end tonight's episode.
All right.
What? What do you mean?
It's 9. Listen, just because some
What?
DMs in this group
Boo.
aren't good at ending at 9, that's fine. I Shade.
How dare you? I aim for 9:15.
I aim for 9:15.
I was so confused for a second. I was like, "Bitch, it's 11." Like,
Oh, right.
What are you talking about?
Like, y'all crazy. All right. A little bit of a lore episode, a little bit of talking, a little bit of hanging out.
the audacity of this bitch.
Meeting a little bit of one of the members of Gold Team who helped defend with this side of the forest.
Ah,
Yuck. Mad. But it was a good episode. Lots of good RP. Everybody got inspiration, in case you forgot. Cody shouldn't have. He gave us all inspiration.
Cody shouldn't have.
about to use it on this fairy.
But he was on this ferry. If I had
okay.
$1. Anyway,
The audacities
Okay.
of Cody. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize Oddity was... I feel like Oddity's almost never streaming. We should go hang out with her.
I'm
In
down.
case you guys have never seen it, I know it's not exactly like usually on par with most of our people, but Oddity Draws got really big on TikTok for drawing something random where it would mash two things together. She is actually a raging D&D nerd. I got to watch her play in a couple of one-shots at Comic-Con, and it was so funny. She's so cute. I love her to death. But
Oh, yeah.
we leveled up, right? We had really good roleplay.
Nope.
Our roleplay was bad?
No.
What
do you mean?
No, it was good
How dare
roleplay.
you? Whoa!
I don't like this game.
Whoa!
No, I don't like that at all. I don't. I take it back. Actually, there's a bomb. TPK.
We're not all together right now. What are you talking about? How
It's
big's
a
this
big
bomb?
bomb. It's
It's a real big
It's gone. We did it, guys. We got rid of the blight. We leveled up.
Get
We
ready for
leveled up.
campaign
We're like with a
2.
Shots for everybody.
Can you imagine that's how someone ends a campaign and then you all die? Okay, everybody. So we're gonna start
Thanks for
campaign 2
playing.
next week, and just like, no.
What?
Is that foreshadowing?
No, I hope not. Oh my goodness, campaign 2 is not ready yet. Any more than a week.
Don't worry,
Well,
I have a plan.
you did this, okay?
I have a plan. It was 100% of the time. Hate each other now.
Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and kick off this raid. Make sure you share
Yo.
Oddity all of our raid emotes that were drawn by our wonderful Grim, because artists appreciate artist shit.
Yeah. Huge.
And we will hopefully see you guys for Etheria tomorrow. Tomorrow.
I think it's happening still.
I'm pretty sure it's still happening. I just know that
I
old
haven't
boy's
been told otherwise. Rel, you here? Help.
Old boy just been working very diligently on the therapy, so I think he's gonna need it regardless. But like, I'm 90% sure we're like 100% sure, about 80% sure we'll have it tomorrow. All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. I hope you appreciate the lore drop and seeing Saren get mad. It was great. It was like, yeah.
That was insane. That was so good.
Making me do stuff. I don't like it.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.